Hello everyone and welcome back to the Cry channel, and today we are going over the 5 things that we need to know before Horizon 5's release, coming soon this November. Now, if you're new to the channel or enjoying this Forza Horizon 5 information, please do make sure to subscribe. It does help me out a lot. It only takes a second and you can unsubscribe anytime. So let's get into the first point. Now, one thing I do want to know, and one thing that we can kind of see from the gameplay, is the physics and the handling and how that might have changed. Now, Forza Horizon 4 didn't have terrible handling in terms of racing games, but it wasn't incredible. Some cars felt too slippery, some felt too understeery, and overall it wasn't perfect, but I wouldn't change the handling so much to say that I want a update to it. So the oversteer and the understeer has been changed, has been revamped, and I just want to see that the jumping physics and how the traffic cars interact with you physics, that sort of thing, has changed in Forza Horizon 5. Now, this is something that they can go into a live stream about, but I'm doubting that because they've already talked about the physics slightly, but we shall see. The next point we're going to go over is a bit more of a personal one that we may have seen content on that they didn't tell us about, and the fact that are we going to keep houses and buying houses? Now, this is something that they can address in a future live stream as just a quick question. Someone asks, are there going to be houses? And they can just say yes or no. But that is going to have to see. Now, the reason that I'm wondering this is because they've said previously it's going to be like the Horizon 2, Horizon 3 setup, where there is going to be multiple festival sites around the map. Now, if we have that, why do we need these houses? Because the reason they were in Horizon 4 is because there was one main festival hub, and then there was multiple houses that you could use as a hub, essentially. So if we're going to have these multiple sites, are these houses going to be more dispersed in more unusual locations? Are they going to add features that are actually good? Because in Horizon 4, the houses did give you perks, but you really only needed 2. The fast travel anywhere one and the drone that you had to get by default anyway. So I'm not too sure about that. What they could add is some customization. Maybe you can change the layout of the drive. Obviously, when you're in open world, it'll just be the same for everyone, but when you go in, it'll transition. It might look a bit different for you. Something a bit more personal that only you can see. But houses is a weird one, because we saw it in the customization of the Monaro, I believe it was, correct me if I'm wrong, in editing. But it didn't look to me like a festival site, it just looked like a random building in the middle of a town. Now, it could be a festival site where the upgrading shop is a bit separate, but to me it looked like the back end of a house or the drive for a purchasable house. Now, something else that we want, and I can speak for the entire community here, I think, the wheel spins. Now, we are aware that they are back in the gameplay. We saw them getting experience and then unlocking a new wheel spin, so we do know they are returning. However, what are they going to be used for? Are they going to be the same super wheel spins and wheel spins like Horizon 4? I think that was a good addition, but I think the rewards that you get need to be changed, because the amount of clothing and horn items that you got from the super wheel spins instead of money and cars was a bit ridiculous. So I think they should be separated into their own category. So there are super wheel spins that might contain all of them, and then the standard wheel spins, because it's a less rewardable item, you can either get like a car and money wheel spin or like a vanity wheel spin. So it gives you items, but when you spin it, you won't be disappointed that you got an item instead of a car that you just missed or some money. Number 4, the next thing is a bit of an interesting one to say that we haven't really had a proper campaign and story since Horizon 1. Now this is something that we could see change in Horizon 5, but to be fair, I think it's going to be more like Horizon 4, where there are multiple different mini stories, you could say, mini adventures around the map. But how long is this gameplay going to be? How much creativity are you going to go into, and how long is this campaign going to last? Because in Horizon 4 they did a decent job of updating it as time went on, adding different stories, but that kind of got a bit old a bit quickly. So hopefully we could see something change in regards to the story and how that might change in the future. And again, if you're enjoying this video, a sub to the channel would be amazing, and again, it only takes a second and it helps me out a lot, as we need to get all this information out to all the Horizon 5 fans. Again, it only takes a second and you can unsubscribe anytime you wish. But if you want to stay updated, staying subscribed is your best bet. And then the last thing is what they have planned for the future. Now, they haven't gone into any information at all on how it will be expanded. Obviously, we know because of the pre-order bonuses on the Microsoft site and others that there are 2 expansions again, similar to Horizon 2, 3 and 4, that these expansions will come in the near future. Probably one a few months after its release, like Horizon 4, and then one about just under a year after its release, to keep the game going that much longer. So, but what else? What else do they have planned? Are they gonna keep releasing cars similar to they did in Horizon 4? Every week we get 2 new cars, but are we gonna have to earn them? What is the future for Forza Horizon 5? We are unsure. But something I would love to see is the possibility of getting fan requested content in the game. So they might put a poll out of things that they already have coded and they could put in the game, and then they could just update it and then polish it for when it is coming into the game. And now they could say something similar to the way Minecraft do it, as in they give a poll out of what you want to get updated and then they update it. But obviously with Horizon 5 it will be something a lot smaller than an entire update, something like a couple of vanity items, a body kit for a couple of cars, and then for the cars that don't get chosen they could be added later in a little update pack. But that is something for the devs and the Horizon 5 team to let us know. Now this game has to last possibly 2, possibly 3 years, depending on the layout of the release of these games coming out. Because of COVID and all that's happened, obviously this game was meant to come out last year, but because of the climate we're in, it has changed. So we will have to see about that. But if you enjoyed this video, please leave a like, and again, subscribe if you're new, and press the notification bell to stay updated, because every single day, apart from weekends, I do post from Monday through Friday, every single day, new and exhilarating content. So I just want to say thank you again, and I'll see every single one of you in the next video. Until then, see you later.
What you twerking with?